obviously is doing your work early, getting off the floor, having multiple guys rebound, but that's going to be tested again, in a similar fashion with Adams. So whether or not Williamson plays or not, that same type of physicality and size that we dealt with Capella, that's what Adams does. Adams is also one of the best offensive rebounders in the league. They're the number one offensive rebounding team in the league, and we went to work on that this morning with film and also drilling it a little bit, and hopefully it'll be better.
Yeah, obviously their inside play speaks for itself. I saw a game earlier in the week. They shot a 1980s-like 11-3 attempts and had 70-plus points in the paint themselves. Only 6 of 22 beyond the arc last night. It seems simple to me where they try to get their points, or do you really have to be ready for anything, whoever they have out there?
No, it really is remarkable how aggressive they are, off the dribble, in transition, random drives. Really since February 1st, they're the number one driving, attacking team in the league, and but everybody's attack numbers have really gone up in Stan's system. So you're seeing Ball drive more. Ingram is driving more. The role players are driving more. That's not by accident. So they had that many in the paint. It's by design, and we have done a good job protecting the paint, all year long. But this will be challenged in a different way.
You played them in preseason less than 2 weeks later on Christmas Day. So 30-something games later, in what ways might they be different on both sides of the floor?
Well, I think both teams are much different than then. And just going through that film, it feels like 2 seasons ago. We have a little bit more continuity, defensively and trust in our system, and then offensively we look much different. And they've spent now more weeks and months in Stan's system, so they have a better idea of how they want to play, and both teams are looking to get this win before the break.
The stat that really jumped out to me from their game yesterday with Chicago: 51 points from their bench, 20 of 30 from the reserves, with a solid showing in so many other areas. The talk nationally in them obviously is because of their big guys in their front line, but how dangerous is the rest of their team, a blend of a nice group of veterans among players with an awful lot of offensive capability?
Well, Hart and Reddick are both starters, really in this league, and they bring both those guys off the bench, and they were really big last night. So they both can provide that shooting, but Hart is also really good off the dribble. Another one of those attacker drivers. Our bench, has given us a good spark all year. We'll have to play consistent, for the entire game, no matter what the rotation is.
Last thing, then, offensively, you didn't click to your liking down the stretch, especially Tuesday night. So the way you guys have played defensively has been exceptional. Do you anticipate a different style of game from what you got from Atlanta, where points will be easier to come by and things will be readily available for you to have chances to score in tonight's game?
Well, like I said, our offense has been trending, in a much better way the last few weeks. The other game, notwithstanding, that was not really how we've been indicative of how we've been playing. But they're trying to develop their defensive system and find some consistency on that end. So we'll just have to be efficient. Keep it simple, play to our strengths, and I think based on the kind of shots that we get, if we get those kind of shots again, we'll be much better.
Coach, always a pleasure. Thanks for the help. Good luck this evening.
Okay, thanks, Tommy.
He's the head coach, Erik Spoelstra, and now let's welcome back Jonathan Zaslow. And as I mentioned earlier with you and Mike, KZ will start for Bam. It's really a team thing, obviously, where you have to consider he will not be doing Adebayo things. That's not feasible. But how might things be altered with them as often as Bam has the ball and what he does for this team defensively?
Yeah, I think they lose a playmaker, obviously. That's not what KZ gives you. But KZ gives you a floor spacer that you wouldn't really have with Bam on the floor, Be nice